This conference will now be recorded.
Hello all, welcome to Isha Training Solutions. Thanks for joining, and let's straight away get into the session. Yes, so this is the session on performance testing using NeoLoad. We will just have an introduction to what we are going to learn and what is this course all about. Yes, so let me start with my introduction. Okay, know your interest instructor. So I'm Naveen. I have I'm a certified expert in NeoLoad. I have worked across various domains like retail, banking, finance, insurance, healthcare, and so on. I have over 670 hours of live training experience. So this is my credentials. Okay. So I've got it in the early 2019. So let's look about something on the course content, what we are going to get out of this course. Okay. So we will be discussing about performance testing concepts, right? So uh, the underlying tech in any performance testing tool is the performance testing concepts. So we will be learning both concepts and about the tools and its features together, right? So this both goes in hand. Okay, so we will be learning about PT concepts, and we will be learning about NeoLoad's features with various analogies, right? There will be a lot of examples that we will go through, and of course, we will look at all various components of NeoLoad. Um, okay, and all of them are practical demonstration, and it's going to be a hands-on, right? So almost all the part will be discussed, and we will be working on so it will be practically demonstrated to you, and there will be some hands-ons and some exercises and so on. Yeah. So uh, so let me start ahead with the tool demonstration. Okay, so I will just create a new project. Okay. Okay, so I will just show you just a look and feel about this tool. I'm just going to start recording how this will look like. So if we look at this, so this is the home page, or this is the the welcome screen of this tool, where there would be three modules associated to this. Each modules take care of a different objective. Okay, so design is used to develop the script, enhance it, and then complete all the script related activities. Runtime is used to set up the scenario, and then there are different types of scenarios that we will be discussing in detail. And results, we will be using results to analyze our test data, our executions, and so on. Yes. So in this demo today, we are just going to uh, do a sample recording, right? So let's see how this can be done using this tool. Okay, I'm just starting the recording. So I have just clicked on this button, start recording, and this has brought up a start recording wizard. So here the name I can provide uh, any name, right? For example, I can just leave it as it is, or I can say something like JPET. Okay. So below, what we are seeing is the protocols that are supported by NeoLoad. So there are three protocols here: Web, SAP GUI, and Citrix. So as far as this course is concerned, we will be only working with the Web protocol. Okay. And wherever we see the client means it's just the browser. If I click on this drop down, these are the browsers that are available in this system, which is NeoLoad is able to identify them. Excuse me. So I will go ahead with recording record with the Internet Explorer. The advanced topics that we will discuss as we progress. I'll just click on OK. So this will invoke an instance of Internet Explorer and the recording bar. Here what we are seeing is there is a pause button, there is a stop button, there are actions, there are containers where the recording has to go in, and there is a transaction name. To start recording, we can just feed in the transaction name. So I'll just name the first transaction as launch, and I'll click on the desired link. Either I can click on it or I can simply paste it in the address bar. So I have launched this web page, and I'm going to play around with this web page. So the next transaction that I'm going to execute is clicking on fish, which I have just fed this transaction name here, and click on fish. Now I'll further proceed with the transactions as next I'm going to click on angelfish. So I've just named the transaction as click angelfish, and I'm going to click on angelfish. Now I'm going to click on the item, or yeah, let me say this as a click item instead of saying click est1. Okay, so I've fed the name here, the transaction name, and I'm going to click on est. So after reaching the item page, what I'm going to do, I'm going to again go back to the home page. So this is the workflow that I have recorded as far as this recording is concerned. I would like to stop this recording. So as soon as I stop the recording, we will be getting this post recording wizard, where the first page, what we will see is all the hosts that got recorded. We can select, deselect the hosts that are required or not required based on the requirement. So with this recording, only one host got selected or got recorded, and we have just able to see only that. So we are going to check this and then click on next. Here we will be able to see the to search for the dynamic parameters, okay, which is usually associated with handling the dynamic values that gets generated during the recording. Okay, we are straight away going to skip this step. Okay, so I'm going to click on this, skip this step. We will discuss about this searching the dynamic parameters and how to handle the dynamic values as we progress. Okay, so I'll just skip on this step. This is the final part where we will see to use either to use the recorded think times or override the think times using a specific value. Okay, so for now I'm going to just retain this use recorded think time. We will discuss about what is this think time and the other parts about the concepts as we progress. Okay, so I'm going to click on next and then finish. So once we finish, now we know the script is ready. the recorded part is completed. So in this recording, we haven't logged in or we haven't done any uh, authenticated actions. Because of that, there won't be any major correlations or major dynamic values that are need to be handled. So I'm going to just to show you on how to check this user path validity. Okay. To replay this script, I can just go ahead and click on this. This will open up the check the user path validity. And by default, when we are going to replay any script, we will go to advanced and we will change this handle cache to new user. Rest other settings, we will just keep it as it is, and we will discuss about this when we are discussing about the advanced parameters in detail. I can just simply click on start checking, which will start replaying the script. Now the first transaction, that is launch, started playing, and the other followed by the other uh, transactions. So I see all of them are 200. Again, the response code, the components of a request, everything we will be discussing in detail. So this is just to show you an idea of how NeoLoad looks and how. So if we can see this, right, this is a complete codeless design, right, and this is the tool that is highly intuitive, and it is at least 60 to 70% faster than any other tools that are there in the market. For example, LoadRunner or Jmeter. If we compare with the other industry leaders, uh, the amount of effort and the time that we are going to spend to create and develop the scripts and then do the execution, at least minimum, I can guarantee that 60% it will be faster than any other tool. Okay. So this is just to show you how we can record and then we can just simply check on it. I will show you another project that we had used it in the previous batch. Okay, what we are going to discuss in detail. Okay, before that, let me open up the course content so that you will have an idea what are the topics that we would be discussing. Okay, so this is the course content. I will be sharing this course content on the group as well. Okay, so these are the topics that we are going to discuss. Okay, so we will be discussing about a little bit of introduction on the performance testing and NeoLoad. I will help you. I will demonstrate in installation of NeoLoad, and whoever joins the session, you will be given a license, a trial license, where we can develop and practice and do the execution part by ourselves. Okay, and we will be discussing on the different components of NeoLoad. And so it starts from design, where we are going to what we have just seen is just to a sample recording, and there is more to it, where we will be learning about the user path. And of course we are going to discuss about the correlation. This is the part where at least 80% of the scripting challenges are associated. There are different types of correlation that can be done using NeoLoad, and all of these topics we will be discussing one by one. And for all of these topics, we will be creating a separate script, and then we'll be discussing. So let me quickly share on our previous batch. So what we see is we are seeing some of the unauthenticated and authenticated workflows, and there are some standards. And so what we see is from here to here, it is all about correlation. That is, it starts with auto correlation, automatic configuration, manual correlation, advanced correlation, and then a randomization. So after this, we will be learning about assertions. So there are various types of assertions and how we can take advantage of it to validate the scripts. Then there is a variable manager. Variable manager is associated with parameterizing. So different types of variables that we will be learning. And there are logical actions are quite advanced topics. In this, some of them we will be discussing. To further explain this, so we'll be learning about some of the naming standards, some of the other standards, best practices. So here we see is validation, there is a variable manager, and some of this loop, a random loop, and there is a JavaScript custom coding that we'll be learning. And there is again a rendezvous, which is a sometimes it's a kind of an important part when we are dealing with performance. And we'll be creating different types of populations. And I'll walk you through on what is this populations and how we can uh, you know uh, make use of it in while creating the scenarios. And we'll be creating a samples monitors where it is used to monitor the or keep tabs of the server health. Okay. And so as I said, from the runtime perspective, we'll be creating developing different types of scenarios. So there are different types of performance tests, and we'll be so for all the types of tests we'll be creating a separate scenario for it. And we will do some of the scenarios, we will do some executions. And if I go to the results, okay, these many results that we will be creating, and then we will try to understand and try to analyze uh, what is it. And we will, so as you can see here in some of the results there are some errors, so we will purposely introduce some errors into our scripts. And then so that so all the beginners, right, all the new folks can have a uh, can know like what they're going to see when they're facing these errors, and how we can resolve them. Okay. And sorry. And the other yes, so this is the comprehensive brief about this entire course and what we are going to do. And there would be some interesting exercises that we will discuss on the way. Okay. And I am just now opening the session for questions. Yeah. So if anybody has any questions, can please unmute yourself and can post.
Hi, this is Adi. Yeah, I have question regarding when is the class starting and at what time because I'm in the UK.
Uh-huh.
So,
Okay.
so when
So
is it starting?
the session
The
starts from mostly from tomorrow,
okay from
uh,
tomorrow.
or
Okay.
maybe, yeah, tomorrow we will be having one more demo session, so that I think some of the folks have missed today's demo. And we will have one more demo, and then maybe the regular session starts from Monday. And mostly the time is going to be the same time.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. That sounds good then.
Okay.
So for me, around because like how much should I be looking for? I mean, how much will the course be?
You mean the fee?
The fee for the course, yes. And how many
Yes.
hours?
Okay. So the hours, the sessions would be around 20 to 22 sessions, and weekly we will be having minimum of 4 sessions.
Okay.
And so this might go for up to 5 weeks. And yes, and the fee you need to discuss with the institute.
Okay.
Yes.
So is it gonna be like 1 hour daily, like four
Yes.
sessions in a week? Okay, 1 hour.
Yes,
Okay.
it is going to be around 40 to 45 minutes of session where I'll demonstrate. I will walk you through various concepts, and 15 minutes would be open for questions.
Okay.
Or this is the window where we will discuss on various issues. And in case if you are facing any issue with your project or with your uh, NeoLoad, so it also enables an opportunity for everybody to learn. So I'll make you a presenter where you can share your screen, and then I will walk you through. We can work together to troubleshoot any issues that you face.
Okay. Good. Thank you. And also because I noticed you made mention of JavaScript, is there
Mhm.
any prerequisite, like because I don't know JavaScript,
Yes,
is there any,
yes.
do I?
So what we are going to do is we are going to do some kind of custom coding when we are working. So this is a part of advanced topics where, for example, so if we want to let's say write something to a file, so the existing features will not allow us to do that. So that we have to do some kind of custom coding where we can create our own code and then create our own files and to do something. It is going to be interesting topic.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah. Lokanath, if you are speaking, I think we cannot hear you. If anybody has any questions, if you are unable to speak, you can always use the chat box. Please type it in. Any questions on the course perspective, or anybody has any specific requirements? Okay, so Lokanath is asking about APM tools. APM tools, I don't quite understand your question. APM tools question mark. So if you are asking whether are we going to uh, work with any APM tools like AppDynamics, Dynatrace, okay, no, we are not going to work with the APM tools, but however, I will just show you on how we can add the or where we can see the APM tools to be added. Um, yeah, this course, yes, this course is only for only on the NeoLoad and performance testing. Okay. Okay, if there is no other questions, this is just a short demo. Yes, yes, we will reconnect, and I just wanted to share you on what we will be discussing about the session, and yeah, we will have a detailed session tomorrow. Yeah, okay then. Uh, so yes, yes, correct. We will be looking at some of the error handling. So I've got another question. So whether we will be looking at the error handling or exception handling. So we will be doing that using this try catch. I think some of you may already know about it. Uh, so So we'll be creating a script, something like this, and then we will use some of the conditions. And yes, so this is a little bit of advanced area that we are looking at. This we will come back when we are done with the basics, and when we have done some of the executions. So so in 12 sessions we will be doing most of the executions, or at least one execution that we will be doing. Yes, we will be discussing about APIs. We will be looking at RESTful services, and yes, there will be a session on it. Okay. Any more questions? So yes, so web application would be covered, APIs, web services would be covered, um, advanced topics, some of the logical actions would be covered. Yes, we will be setting up scenarios, and then we will do some executions. Yes, correct. So all of these parts would be covered as a part of this session, and we will be having mostly a regular session from tomorrow, or maybe another demo session tomorrow, and from Monday there is going to be a regular session. Yeah. Okay. Thank you all for joining. I hope to see you all tomorrow. We will catch up. We will have a. So there is one more question from Praveen, whether if is there any demo application? Yes, there are other applications also. So there is a numbers API. There is a JPEG store. There is a few other simple applications. Yes, we are sticking with the simple applications so that we know, so that we don't get any major impediment on working with the tool. But this will not be the case when we are working with the real-time scenarios. But the idea is to learn about the tool features and its components, so that we are better equipped to take charge of the real-time applications. Yes, I hope that that has answered you. Dynatrace, yes, yeah, sure. We will try to cover that topic, but the topics which we are seeing here will be covered, and any other specific requirements, anything that is beyond this one, we will try to cover that as well. Okay, but the initial focus is to complete all of them. Okay. Yes, I will walk you through. Okay, there is one more question, whether if this helps in certification. Uh, so there will be some ways to clear the certification. That idea will be provided to you, but we would need to do some level of hands-on to attempt some of the certificates. Let's say the professional certificate. So once we get some hands-on and some idea on the performance testing concepts, then we will be able to easily attempt on that. Yes, for expert certification, I am not sure if it is being provided by Neotis, or now it is Tricentis. Uh, so for expert certification, there are three. Please give me a moment. Okay, so let me explain that. So for expert certification, there are three modes of exams that we would need to do. One is a practical lab, then MCQs, and there is a descriptive. And we would need to score 80% in all of these three in order to clear expert certification. Um, this is quite tedious, and maybe it's a little hard to complete it. But professional certification is not like that. It is fairly on the simpler part. Only with professional certification, only MCQs are there. So around maybe 50 to 60 questions you would be given, and again you have to score 80% on that. So we will further discuss like how we can target to clear the certification as we progress the sessions. So I will provide how to clear it, but yes, yeah, I'll be able to support on that. This okay. Okay, if there is any more questions before we wrap it up. Okay, so thank you all for joining. Thanks. So I will see you all tomorrow, same time. We will have another detailed session uh, on NeoLoad. Yes, thank you all.